It just inflamed.
What do you mean it's a lie? You're claiming illegal aliens don't commit murders and rapes?
That isn't what he was saying.
At no higher rate, at a lesser rate. It's a demagogic lie because you're likelier to be raped in this country per capita by people who are born in this country.
First of all, it's not true. But second of all, even
you're
if
not entitled.
Still talking here. Even if it were true, these aren't people we have to have here. We already have our own rapists and murderers. We don't need to be bringing in more.
So you're saying that they are rapists and murderers? So is that what you're saying?
But to point to a small, to a racial minority, a marginalized community, vulnerable people, and accuse them of being the rapists.
He accused Mexico of not sending their best people, and they're not sending their best people.
We need they're not sending anyone. That's a lie to begin with.
Absolutely not true.
That
is not true.
Really, the Mexican...
Brace yourself for a fiery debate as Ann Coulter takes on Bill Maher and a panel of progressive voices in an unforgettable exchange. Renowned for her razor-sharp wit and unapologetically bold opinions, Coulter challenges the woke narrative head-on, dismantling progressive arguments with facts, humor, and a no-nonsense approach. Bill Maher, known for his provocative commentary, squares off with Coulter in a spirited clash of ideologies. As the discussion heats up, Ann Coulter doesn't just hold her own. She dominates the conversation, delivering cutting retorts and exposing contradictions in woke culture that leave the panel momentarily stunned. From debates on free speech to the contradictions of modern progressive ideology, this video captures the intensity of the ideological battle. Whether you're a supporter of Ann Coulter, a fan of Bill Maher's takes, or simply someone who enjoys intellectual fireworks, this debate is packed with must-see moments. Witness Ann Coulter snapping back with her signature style, taking center stage in a heated showdown that highlights the growing cultural divide. Don't miss this gripping exchange where wit, humor, and hard-hitting arguments take the spotlight.
I had a very challenging childhood, and in retrospect, challenging. Didn't have a father around. There was a lot of alcoholism and drug abuse and abandonment. And, you know, you're left to your own devices at a very young age, and you grow up too fast.
But that helps you as an actor.
It does, in a way. It helps you as an actor.
You have something to draw on when you have to, like, be emotional.
Yes.
Oh, my dad was mean.
Oh, my God. He's drawing on it now.
I said he was a great lesbian. Lesbian. What about Dan Savage? In the years you've been writing a sex advice column, have people's problems changed much?
No. Thanks to abstinence education, I have a non-stop supply of sexually miseducated idiots who are getting themselves in trouble.
And how can Donald Trump win the election after alienating Hispanics, a key demographic, and women? Let's be honest.
Hispanics love him. Didn't you see the taco bowl? That was fantastic.
I love Hispanics.
I don't think this is funny because Donald Trump's campaign began with a big lie about the people who are coming here legally or illegally, accusing them of Mexico of sending their rapists, sending the murderers. Some of them may be nice people, but... And that's just a big demagogic lie that was like a shot of adrenaline right into the worst of our body politic.
The vibe was light, the audience was loving it, and even Bill Maher seemed to be enjoying a fun, light-hearted conversation, until one guy on the panel decided to ruin the moment. Ann Coulter made one sharp comment, and instead of rolling with it, this guy got completely butthurt, killing the fun, and turning the discussion into a pity party. Even Bill Maher, who's no stranger to criticism of Donald Trump, was visibly amused, almost as if to say, you can't be serious right now. Maher, who used to be the poster child for Trump derangement syndrome, is clearly loosening up these days, and even he couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of this guy's overreaction. What started as a playful exchange quickly turned into an epic takedown, as Ann Coulter held nothing back. She wasn't about to let this guy derail the discussion with yet another sob story about how bad Trump is for the country. The audience could see it coming, and so could Maher. But Coulter absolutely steals the moment as she dismantles his argument with ease. If you enjoy seeing Ann Coulter deliver brutal truths, or just want to watch someone fail miserably at trying to turn a joke into a serious rant, this is the video for you. Watch as Coulter restores the fun and leaves the drama in shreds.
So Donald Trump wants to build a wall to protect us from the people who aren't raping
Wait,
us.
he just said something that wasn't true. They were handing out first aid kits and maps for how to get to America.
The
Mexican government to the poorest areas in Mexico, and we found them and we had them. Yes, they are not sending their neuroscientists.
We need more.
They're getting rid of their problems by sending them
immigrants,
here.
not fewer.
Well, that's because you guys want your gardening done.
No, you know what?
No.
I cut my own grass.
You can have as many
I cut my
immigrants
own
as
grass.
you want, but I
When was
want
the last time you pushed the
them
lawnmower?
competing with
Legalizing.
me and you and those of us at this table, and not competing with our landscapers and maids.
And you know
that's
what?
who's coming in.
People who are here and are not documented
And that's why he's gonna get
not paid the same thing that people are.
This guy is absolutely shattered. Ann Coulter is, hands down, one of the best at walking into hostile territory, facing an entire panel of critics, plus a largely unsupportive audience, and not just holding her ground, but completely dismantling their arguments with wit, humor, and brutal honesty. Throughout this show, it's clear the deck is stacked against Coulter. Bill Maher might be the host, but even he seems surprised at how much his panel, and most of the audience, are against her. Sure, there were a few cheers here and there whenever Coulter made a point, but the majority of the crowd was far from being on her side. Still, she didn't just survive the barrage. She owned the conversation, turning even the most contentious moments into opportunities to deliver sharp, hilarious, and devastating comeback. One of her standout moments came when she bluntly addressed immigration. Without mincing words, she highlighted the reality. We already have enough criminals and issues in this country. Why would we import more? Predictably, this sent the panel and audience into a frenzy, clutching their pearls, as if Coulter had just committed a cardinal sin. But here's the thing, she backed her statements with undeniable statistics, leaving her opponents scrambling for a coherent rebuttal. Coulter's commentary on immigration wasn't just about cheap labor or economic impacts. It was a broader critique of how the mainstream narrative paints a rosy picture while ignoring serious challenges. She pointed out that while some immigrants do provide benefits like low-cost labor, the idea that every arrival is a brain surgeon or a game-changing contributor is pure fantasy. And even Bill Maher, who has been known for his staunchly liberal takes, didn't push back much, because deep down, even he seemed to know she had a point. What's most remarkable about Coulter is her ability to cut through the noise. She doesn't care about tiptoeing around sensitive topics or appeasing the outrage machine. She says what she believes unapologetically, even if it means triggering half the room. And let's face it, the reactions from the panel and audience only prove her point about how brainwashed some people have become by the media and political establishment. As for the broader discussion on immigration, Coulter's argument boils down to common sense. It's not about mass deportation, but about implementing stricter immigration policies and addressing the bleeding wound left by ineffective leadership. With rising concerns about terror cells and security threats, her points hit closer to home than many would like to admit. In the end, even Bill Maher seemed to realize this wasn't a battle he could win. Coulter's facts, delivery, and sheer confidence left her critics reeling. If you're still on the fence about her stance, the numbers don't lie, and neither does the growing concern across the nation. Whether you agree or disagree, this debate was a masterclass in how to dominate a conversation against overwhelming odds. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Coulter on this one? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to channel.